Ladies, it's time to reclaim our lives. We are back and we're talking about the Women's Wellness Forum to be held May the 5th, 2018, this year. It is from 9 to 2 p.m. and we're talking to one of our guest speakers who just came to town just for us. Yes. And I'm so delighted to finally meet you for real, face-to-face, in person. International speaker, suicide prevention and mental health is the focus, yes. And that's Corretta Doctor. Thank you. Welcome to Pittsburgh. This your first time?
Yes, it is.
Wow, wonderful.
Thank you very much. It's wonderful to be here with you, and I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Now tell us about what you do and why you do it.
Certainly. It's a personal journey for me. I speak to women, specifically women that are in the corporate career place, where they are oftentimes faced with a lot of challenges when it comes to mental health. They are forced to be someone they're not, when they really are not able sometimes to come forward with who they really are in their struggles. Mm-hmm. It's very important for women to understand that no matter what the struggle is, no matter what position you hold, there is help and there's a solution. Mm-hmm. And to release that stigma, I'm helping people to see that you can overcome. Mm-hmm. I am a survivor of a failed suicide attempt, and I made it. I'm doing my thing, and I'm back behind that corporate door. So it's a testimony, and it's a position to be able to show people, let me help you, and let me show you how.
Now, when you say not able to be who we are, because as we do know, when we get into corporate America, we have to be so diverse because we have to integrate into their world, then come back to our world. And oftentimes it may collide, and we can't differentiate sometimes when we're us and when we're, so
absolutely.
How does that?
Well, what that means is we come home and we're told, leave work at work. We come to work and we're often told, leave home at home. But as humans, we have to be able to merge those things, right, and we have to be able to balance them. And the balance often isn't going to come from listening to family and listening to coworkers. You have to get some outside support. And it has to be, like the old saying is, someone that doesn't have a dog in the fight. We need help. And we're often afraid to seek that help because there's repercussion, there is stigma.
Seeming weak and
yes, and there's embarrassment. It's not easy. It's not easy. We want to maintain, but it's not easy to go out and ask, I need help because I'm crashing.
So what made you crash, so to the point where you said, I just don't want to be here anymore?
Certainly it was because I didn't have someone telling me I could come through this. It was because the face of suicide didn't look like the woman between age 40 and 60 that had it well put together. That's not what it looked like to me. So I didn't think I'd be missing if I did it because I didn't fit the scenario, the typical look. So I thought, surely I'm at my point where I can no longer balance home life, work life. And it wasn't bad. It was too much good. It was, I couldn't balance all this great stuff coming at me. And not many women will share how they do it.
Because one thing for sure that we don't talk much about is how do you handle success.
Yes.
It's always, we can handle failure, you call a friend, get some coffee, get a drink, or whatever. But that question of, because it's a fearful situation. Because I'm often asked, are you afraid? I'm always, whenever I start, there's fear. But I don't let that be a way. It's not an obstacle at all at any time. But it's still there. Yes. But I'm careful as I get more to self-care, not to, I'm careful to watch the triggers.
Sure.
And when I see a trigger, feel a trigger that's leading to stress, then I just, if it's people, if it's things, or a situation, I can discern and let it go. But for someone else who's just have multiple children, trying to keep a man happy, keep home happy, all of that's coming. And I keep saying women are overwhelmed.
Yes, we are. And the expectations in today's corporate America is so much different than yesterday's corporate
Multitasking.
Absolutely. And you have to, you take it and you run with it. There is no exception to the rule. And therefore, it becomes more of a personal battle at work. And then when you're home, professionally, you're trying to manage and say, I have this, I can do this. Because you don't want to let your family down.
Yeah, sure.
So it's a battle.
It is a reality, because when you get home and your husband may not understand why you're not sitting watching TV with him, you're like, well, I just had to juggle a big budget, and you know, and that's the reality of life. And for Black women, we have the racism component that's at the core of us, and we're acting like we don't see it, and or it doesn't impact, and it's just so much. So when you come to our forum on the 5th, that's the message to...
Absolutely. We want people to know that, A, it's acceptable to be, if you're broken, you're broken. But you have to know that you can overcome that. We often see people at the end of the spectrum where they've lost everything, they've lost their lives, but we don't often see the woman that says, I lost everything and I'm back.
Right.
We don't see that often.
That is that whole reclaiming our life thing that we have going on. To reclaim it and to get rid of those clothes, get rid of whatever. Because we've been in a society that says more is better. You know.
And you can pour from an empty cup. You really can. And when you realize that that empty cup allows you to take something in, switch it around, and give it back better, you can do it. And so as a broken person that has come through it, been through it, seen through it, I've learned a lot of lessons. And they're easy for me to share. And that's what I'm going to do.
And you do that internationally.
I do. I do.
You turned it. One thing you said was interesting, about many things. I saw you put this on Facebook. That one time that when you tried to commit suicide, you were on Facebook looking all happy.
Yes.
But that same day you tried to commit suicide. And social media has changed the whole dynamics of our mental stability. Because we're looking at somebody on a beach with a filtered camera, and you know, you can Photoshop up the waistline, and folks are saying, well, what happened to me? She's my age. And so that adds a whole new fundamental,
And you know, the thing is this. We have to be able, again, to accept ourselves for who we really are.
That's basically it.
That's where it all comes from. If you can walk into your office and sit down and say, I have a family at home, and I can't manage both things today. I can't give you a yes today. If you can just say that to yourself and pause.
I can't do it all today.
I can't. You know, we don't like to give a no, but sometimes we can give a not right now.
And stop being afraid of failure. I remember a woman said to me, she was tired of doing what she was doing, but she didn't want people to think she was going to fail. And I thought, well, you know what? Don't live that life.
You can't.
Don't live that life.
Failure is normal. If you have a scenario where someone is perfect all the time, I'm happy for that person. But the reality is we're not there. As women, we know we're not there. We have to support those that appear happier than they seem sometimes. Sometimes you check in on that bubbly person. You dig and you ask the right questions, and you know, look for the signs. There are signs. Super success can cause serious issues mental health-wise.
My mother always says, there's a price you pay for everything.
And too much of a good thing isn't always good. You know, I mean, there's a lot of those sayings that I think back on now, and I realize, oh, there is some today truth about that. Absolutely.
Well, lady, I am so glad to meet you. You came from Detroit. I'm glad to have you here.
Yes, I have been traveling all over, but what's important to me, no matter where I go, no matter where I come from, what's important to me is the message that I leave behind.
And you've left one, and you're going to leave one on May the 5th at the Women's Forum from 9 to 2. You can call us at 412-731-5159 or check our website at onyxwoman.com. We'll see you there. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's never too late to change something. You can change your hair, style, attitude, and mind. Once you bounce your ball on the playing field, you can do anything. All it takes is action and faith. My name is Jamila Taylor, and I'm a business strategy consultant for Enjoy the Day Consulting. At 38, I decided, yes, it was time to pivot my career.
At my age, fabulous 40s, I decided to write my first book. Taking pen to paper and creating a new chapter Turning the page doesn't mean turning back. And that's why I say yes at my age.
I went from walking to leaping to sprinting to running, and now I'm an award-winning marathon runner. 60 doesn't slow me down, it speeds me up.
Yes, at my age.
Go to onyxwoman.com for more details.